Taking Carrie's course was kind of a no-brainer because, I mean, my company's called Social Impact. So taking a course in corporate social responsibility just made a lot of sense. And, as we'll talk about, I'm sure in the questions in this discussion, it really fit. And because that's sort of like what my company's mission is all about, making a positive difference, making sure that, our mission and our values, that we're pursuing those in our work, and that we're making positive change in the world. So yeah, it was definitely a very helpful course. So Carrie sent out workbooks after each session, and I was looking over that, and I think the thing that was most relevant to me was the conversation that we had about different stakeholders. There was this sort of, it kind of looked like a fidget spinner, but it had all the different types of stakeholders, internal stakeholders, external stakeholders, like the government, anything you could think of, customers, clients, whatever. And that was really helpful for me to see laid out, because for what I do, we have so many stakeholders that we deal with, like the government being one of them, because we have to adhere to the government policies and regulations that are set forth in our contracts. Like that's a requirement. So that's one of our stakeholders. Another would be our clients, or if we're a subcontractor who is our prime contractor, like they're also a stakeholder. Another would be the populations that we're seeking to help. Another would be the local governments in, Vietnam and Ethiopia. So it was just really helpful to kind of compartmentalize that. I think it's easier than people think it is. I think whenever you put corporate in a title, it automatically is intimidating, and you think it's this giant, huge policy that you have to implement, which in some cases it could be. But I think another thing that we learned in this class is that it doesn't have to be. Like, it could just be a personal thing that I'm doing, or, since I took this course, now I can tell my coworkers and my colleagues and, people I work with across the world globally about what this is and what it means. And it just kind of starts, I think, in your interactions with people and in your intentions when you go into the workday of, like, what do you want to accomplish and how are you going to get there and why do you want to do this? And I think that those are just small building blocks into the larger idea of corporate social responsibility.